Titillate the juices. You know what? Woo! Right now. Woo! Woo!
Dr. Hughes invites followers. Oh, let's see if they increase now. Me too. Yeah, wow. Dr. Hughes.
Mock-ass mock.
He's a great podcaster.
Trick-ass mock.
Acknowledge me.
We coming for you, nigga. Fat!
Yeah, Dr. Hughes, here we go. Keep plugging yourself, that's cool.
First up, a man whose looks will serve your inner needs and desires.
Dr. Hughes.
Oh yeah, let's go everybody. Pump it up out there. Get liking and subscribing and sharing and all that business. We're here on a Monday night with the sleaze, none other than. I rarely hit those anymore. Let's use that right now.
He is none other than
The sleaze. Yeah, Sting. He kept saying that before the Shockmaster came out, landed on his face. Yep. Do that some weeks. Metaphor.
kids don't know this.
No, they don't know shit. These kids don't know nothing out here. I tell them to subscribe. I tell them to retweet, and they're like, huh? Yeah, maybe. I don't know if it's important enough. And then they'll be here every week. You guys are idiots.
They're always busy doing nothing.
Yep. Take your hand off the mic, sleaze. What are you, King Reezy up in here?
What are you? Nothing. I'm not touching shit.
I thought you were touching it. Don't ever touch your microphone, or else it'll sound like this. Anyway, there's so much to talk about. Again, me and Danny went over a whole bunch of the Roger Jackson stuff and, analyzed it better than Batman ever could. So.
Is that even real? Is it even real?
You really don't think that was real?
Ever since the Seth Rollins thing, I can't believe a fucking thing that happens in wrestling. Because now, he didn't get any charges against him. It was really fucking bizarre. And now he's scheduled to go on another promotion. So I don't even know. The guy had, whoever he beat the piss out of, he had pictures from the hospital. He had no bruises on his face. So I don't know.
Yeah, it might have been internal work. I don't know. Those look like real shots to me.
Yeah.
Sounds like why would Raja put himself in that situation? You think it would be for clout?
I think it's these indie shows and companies, they're so hard up to get, people in seats and everything. There was 50 people there. They wanted to get 100, so they did something stupid like this. But then you go and look on the website of that Knox Wrestling or whatever, and they were a WWE ID affiliate, and WWE pulled all their shit. So I don't know what to believe.
Yeah, I don't think this is a work at all. I think that the wrestlers were trying to turn it into a work, like you're saying, trying to get Rampage's son involved, and they kept going, oh yeah, we might be able to get his dad involved now and stuff. And it's like, oh, and he's even like, oh, this has nothing to do with my dad. It's all about me and what, all this stuff. He just seems like a maniac. He's one of these young crazy people, the YNs, as they call them these days, and he's not thinking. And he destroyed a man's face while he was already knocked out because he's acting like, oh yeah, I get it, I understand, and maybe he does. Right? But he told his own chat, like we're on live on Kick right now. He was live on Kick, and he told his chat, I'm going to do this, that, and the other thing. They told me to do this other thing. I'm not doing that. I'm going to go in and watch. I'm going to get my lick back because all the 12-year-olds in the chat, called me a bitch or whatever. People are actually out here blaming Psycho Stu, like Mark Henry being one. Is that not unbelievable?
Mark Henry's he's a 50-50 with me. He's either really credible or just totally batshit crazy.
Yeah,
it's insane. And this whole Knox thing is owned by Rikishi. Let's not forget this. One of the most delusional people in this industry.
He keeps coming up there in this show, and you are coming off like the biggest Rikishi hater I've ever seen on the planet.
Yeah.
Every week it's like, what a dumbass.
Yeah. Every time I hear his name, I get sick.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. So much other stuff to talk about. Of course, this is old news now. Psycho Stu is out of the hospital, doing well. So go show
bruises. No bruises, no cuts.
Like, well, it was all face shots. Like he supposedly broke his jaw all up, all his teeth fell out. He's choking on his blood. They said he actually could have flatlined in the ring. Oh, how about, did you hear this part of the story? They kept the match going, of course. They had to make sure they got that 1, 2, 3 in, and the referee counted it. And Psycho Stu, has his face caved in on the mat.
Right, that was the best part. If it was like real, they continued with it.
It was real. I'm telling you. Don't believe the hype on this one. This was a random show. Just happened to be at this place that has some sort of a, people know about him, is what I'm saying. These other wrestlers that are coming out after the fact and talking about this, they're like, yeah, there's some shady shit going down in there. And some major allegations that, of course, I bet won't be brought up in court because they're by the book, right, Sleaze?
Yeah.
But, they're by the book for some people and not other people. So, yeah, they'll probably throw all these other rumors and allegations out of the window because, it wasn't a part of the tape. But, I mean, how much more evidence do you need? Anyway, I'm moving on. But, yeah, it is crazy. It would feel like a work to me if I didn't see. I know fighting. Those were live rounds being thrown.
Yeah.
He was trying to fuck him up. That's what he was doing. And somebody even tried to pull him off, and he pulled back and kept hammering away. So that's real as fuck. Everything around it could be a work. The way everybody's trying to spin it into making money for themselves. Yeah, sure, that's a work. But nope. Those punches to the face and that initial slam. See, he's giving his body up to this kid, and this kid totally abused it. That's all I see what's going on. And I think the law, especially out in the West Coast and California, is probably like, well, let's make sure about this because they were in a ring. You know how they are about boxing in the ring, YouTube TOS, right? Everything I say is always in a boxing ring so that nobody can harm me financially.
Yeah.
See?
So I do believe the punches were real because that Psycho guy went totally limp at one point. So you could tell he was knocked out. I know real punches from fake punches. I just don't know all the other shit that's going on with it. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's some
Seth
unbelievable stuff.
Seth Rollins ruined it. I'm telling you, with that fucking knee.
Blew my fucking eardrum out, Seth Rollins.
He thought he thinks he's funny.
Oh, did you see any of the highlights of today?
No, I haven't seen shit. Well, no, I lied. I saw a little bit of the Punk Becky thing where she was smacking the shit out of him.
Yep, that was
That
pretty
was,
funny.
yeah.
Even though I can't stand it, pretty much either one of them, they were having a good old douche off. But let's tell the story of this because Clash in Paris happened Sunday. When I was doing the show Saturday, I'm like, oh yeah, it's the pay-per-view's on probably later tonight. First of all, they're in Europe, so if
Yeah.
that was the case, they would have been on while I was on. And then second of all, it wasn't even the right day because I haven't really been keeping up like that, Sleaze. I don't pay attention well. I pay attention to like stuff that's going on in storylines, but when they keep advertisements, I block that out. I'm really good at ignoring.
Or you have muscle memory after a while where it's like, okay, so Monday is 8 o'clock and, Friday's this and Saturday's that, and everything keeps changing now.
Yeah.
But what did it start Saturday? Like noon or something like that?
It was it was yesterday, which is Sunday. Yesterday was Sunday, and it was
See?
yesterday at noon. So
Right.
yeah, it worked out for me. I did a little look along yesterday, trying these things out, Sleaze. I'm telling you, the whole live tweeting thing, that shit's boomer. That's for boomers, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
So no more live streaming, more giving all my great jokes to all you other lame ass podcasts and things, acting like it's your ideas. Those were my ideas. Everything good out here is my idea, right?
Right.
Don't forget.
Right.
Just like Howard Stern. Remember, everybody was stealing from Howard Stern.
That's like I'm right about 100% of the things I say.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Have to be.
It's me.
So, yeah. Did you see anything? How is your wrestling watching going since like we've come back with the show and everything the past year? What's like your regiment? What are you up to as far as like the way you consume this?
All right. So every single Monday when I get home from work, I get home almost 1 o'clock in the morning, but I watch Raw. I'll watch that from start to beginning. I don't have USA, so I get a lot of my SmackDown from, replays and things like that. Same thing with, just for the sake of the show. And if it wasn't for it, I wouldn't watch it. But AEW, I get my clips. I get, a lot of stuff from Twitter. NXT, I've been getting into more so because my missus has wanted to watch that. She's liking that
So
program.
many hot chicks on that show.
Yeah,
So
we watched Heat Wave. It was a really good show. And the pay-per-views, I watch those.
Mhm.
So some of it's full stuff, some of it's bits and pieces, just because of, you got Raw on one fucking platform, you got SmackDown on this, and you got NXT now on this, and it's all spread out. So whatever I have, I'll try to, and whatever makes sense in my timing, around the day job.
Yep.
So
Yep. Shit's crazy. Like this, it really feels, maybe it's just getting older or whatever, but time is just like, whoo, it is
yeah,
so a day, a day. Just felt like the other day feels like a million years. Just
yeah,
goes on forever, and then all of a sudden it's like past like 5 years or so. It's like boom, boom, boom. Like I can't keep up because
yeah.
it seems like things are happening so fast, and there's no time. But I don't know. There's
Well,
conspiracy theories about this, but anyway.
I was thinking of that because my younger brother just turned 40, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I turned 47 fucking years ago.
Yeah.
And it seems like it was yesterday and it was 7 friggin' years ago. Like you and Justin came out to, my party and stuff, and I was thinking of that, and I'm like, holy shit, that was almost a decade ago.
Yep.
Fuck.
Time is moving too fast. They got all these wrestlers in wrestling. Everything's being ruined. There's too much of everything at our fingertips. And honestly, that's what's ruining everything. That's
Yeah.
why it's harder to do the show, get an audience, have the word spread. Nobody gives a fuck about anybody or what they're doing anymore except the stuff they're doing. And it's only going to get worse with AI because everybody's making AI music and making AI this and that. What happens when they start making their own games and their own movies and their own worlds and their own virtual realities, and then they're like locked away in it, away from everybody else and what they're doing. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then there's no talent to any of it.
Right. And you said it before too. It's like there's so much of it that if you sit there and take notes, by the time you take the notes, something has already happened or changed, or it's so hard to keep up nowadays. Back when we started this, you only had WWE at the time. Slowly AEW came in, and you only had the 2 shows and the 1 pay-per-view a month. Now it's insane. There's so much shit.
I used to do TNA shows sometimes back in the day. That's crazy to even think about right now. What? Imagine going out of my way to do a TNA show when AEW exists. NWA is out there on YouTube for free for everybody.
Right.
And I mean, that's just a brand that's been around forever, so you can't just like discount it. But
Right.
even though people do, I guess. And it's run by the Bill Corrigan from the Smashing Pumpkins. Everybody, come on.
Yeah.
Get
Well, even TNA, I've really wanted to get into it because it's, under the WWE umbrella now, and I just don't have the time. I don't have the friggin' time.
Mm-hmm. Telling you, just having too much stuff to choose from in just one thing like pro wrestling when it's on every single night and it's everywhere, it is making me not want any of it.
Yeah, that's the sad part.
And there's a science behind this too.
Yeah, it's a fatigue, especially us. We've been watching this for, 40 years. And it's just, you get to the point now where it's like so much stuff and so much stuff to keep up with that it makes you not want to do it. It does.
Yeah, and you just pick and choose. Like, I'll look at this stuff. I won't look at that.
Yeah.
And that's bad. Like the way that they've conditioned me, an old school fan, to watching it live, even up until recently, live tweeting all the time. Back in the day, I would put up a 50 to 100 tweets, goofing around, playing with everybody in chat, watching the show because I was investing in it. I had something going on with this thing, right? And that was when it was run by Vince, and it was fucking ridiculous. But
bad.
it gave me more to talk about because I could goof on how bad the show was and how easily they could fix things. And they've done a lot of fixing, and they've actually made it more entertaining. But now that there's so much of it, who gives a fuck?
Yeah. No, it's the same. And even you make a good point, because back in Vince's time, when we started, it was bad, but it was comically bad. And I've really tried on my own to like sit there and watch Dynamite and Collision. That's bad on another fucking level. It's bad on the level of, okay, why are they doing this? Like, it's stupid, makes no sense. Like, it's not even fun to make fun of, to be
And how
honest.
dare you, Shades Cal, ever call me old? Look at my hat. Look at my shirt. Do old guys wear shirts like this?
Right.
Never. Would never.
I got a Star Wars shirt on, so I guess I'm old.
And I'm telling you, it's not a matter of age. It's a matter of WWE's been bought out by TKO. They've gone super corporate, and they're trying to squeeze out every single last dime out of the marks and all the new fans and normies that are showing up. And they're not really, they're thinking about, creatively what they're doing, of course, but it's just not what the prime objective is.
Yeah.
I've always been talking about how I think corporations are stupid. They're worried about the bottom line. They want money. So as long as they can sell yeets.
Go fuck yourself.
That's not yeet.
Yeet.
That's the yeet. And as long as you got yeets and you're selling t-shirts, we can now have 20-minute yeets off. I don't have to watch it. Like, that's what I'm saying. They're telling me to go watch highlights. Okay, I will. You're telling me to do what the kids are doing, with how they consume. When I used to do it, I do things in long form generally if I have the time, or I split it up when I get the time to do it. So I leave it, I come back to it. You understand? But like when it comes to like this, they're just like, no. Just watch the promos on YouTube. Watch the clips on the X machine.
Yeah. It's a highlight reel now. That's what it is. They want you to just watch the fucking highlight reel.
Yep. And then when Pentagon and all these other mid-carders and even lower than that come out, it's like, then my brain goes, yeah, why am I watching this?
Right.
I shouldn't be watching any of this.
That's why they don't focus on the tag teams in the mid-card. Because they're like, we don't want you watching this. We want you to watch the friggin' 20-minute walk down of Jey Uso yeeting and all that shit.
Then
Which
let's
I like.
Get rid of all these shows. Let's get rid of half the roster or more. Get rid of most of your developmental. They have like 3 sets of developmental now. They got fucking NXT, which tours, and then they got the Evolve, and then they have LFG, which is, I guess, like a combination of all, but it's another show.
Oh, they also have the WWE ID program.
Mm-hmm.
So it's technically 4. Yeah. And they want you to watch all of it.
Oh, maybe they don't. I think they're just trying to flood the market, and basically, isn't it illegal to do this? Like, they really want AEW out of here. I think we can see that.
Well, a lot of people are saying that's why they partnered with TNA, so they can, on paper, say, hey, we're not trying to push people out. Look, we're looking at the number 2, which I believe, organization, and we're working with them. But then they sneak it in, and they try to shut down everything else. And also, there was a statement, I don't know if you read this, that came out from TKO or Nick Khan or somebody that said, yeah, we've been hearing about the ticket prices and all this stuff, and we're just going to do it until TKO's debt is gone. And then apparently they're going to go back to reasonable pricing.
Supposedly, that's not a real thing that's happening.
Good.
Because why would they ever say that if it was real? But
see, you can't believe a fucking thing out there.
Yep. I fell for it. I was like, this is obnoxious, because it kind of feels like something what we think that they're doing, but they didn't come out and say that. But we still think that's happening,
Yeah. Mind-numbing. Mind-numbing.
Yep. Last night, the way it ended, it just made me go, like, just even creatively, I understand what they're doing with this, but it's not for me. I don't really care that much. The big trend was AJ Lee. Do you care if AJ Lee comes back? And it's not a definite either that she would come back, but it looks like she's going to help CM Punk, right?
I care if it's like a valet type of thing or something like that. Like, who knows how good she is now? You know what I mean? Like, Punk, that was a big thing with Punk with me when he was away for God knows how long before he went to AEW. They keep chanting his name and stuff, but the Father Time keeps fucking going on. So it's like, how good is he going to be? And he came back good, but not everybody does. When Cena first came back this year, he wasn't that great. I think he got back into the rhythm and all this stuff, but he's not John Cena from even 10 years ago. So it's like, do you really want to see AJ Lee in a match? Realistically? Like, I don't know. It's a 50-50. If she comes out and punches Becky a couple times and everyone, jumps out of their seats, yeah, that's great. It's a good little thing. She came back. Nobody thought she was gonna, but she gonna wrestle? Like, I'm not asking for that.
Yeah. I mean, she's not from my time period where I watch that often, because I'd turn it on and I would see like AJ Lee out there and I'd be like, I don't need to really watch this. Where we're getting back into that mode now. But as far as that being the big, everybody was very excited about it. There's a generation of people that AJ Lee is their Hulk Hogan brother.
Oh God, yeah. And I don't know why. She was good. I'm not shitting on her. It's just I don't see the hype right now where it's like, oh my God, she's one of the pillars of fucking women's wrestling. I don't believe that.
I've never seen the hype on AJ Lee. One of the best clips of her was getting accidentally whacked in the chest by Big E coming up the ramp with her and Ziggler back in the Dizzy.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. If she wasn't, I hate to say it, if she wasn't CM Punk's wife, nobody would care.
You think so?
And I think that I know so. I'm right, 100% of the time.
Okay, all you AJ Lee Aniacs out there, Lee Aniacs, Atlas Lee's 52 Sliz.
Yep, it's right there. You can do it.
Give him all the hate.
Try me. Yep.
Shades Cal, it's for you. I'm calling out to you.
Yeah.
Shades Cal.
You can DM me. You can slide in my fucking DMs. You can do
slap
all that
him like Becky Lynch.
Right.
You're all crackly all of a sudden. Keep talking for a second.
Oh.
No, you're good. You're better.
Oh. Yep.
We're good. We're back to it.
See, I'm out of the studio. I don't have my fucking Wi-Fi towers.
All right, so I don't care about AJ Lee. I don't care about. Why would you wear a disguise in a DQ match?
I didn't like that at all. I'm sick of the people coming out with hoods and then going, ha, it's been done. Just come out. She would just came out. It would have been fine. Nut shot, great. It's fucking.
I get what you're saying, but it sounds like you're underwater.
Yeah, you sound like that to me.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Crackle.
You're killing it. We're doing it tonight, baby. How does everybody sound in the audience out here? Let's double check. Let's put this on here. Troubleshooting every week. That's half the show, folks. So if you're into all this tech stuff, make sure to like, share, then subscribe.
Right.
Yeah.
Some money
I sound amazing. I
You're
sound fucking
like a motherfucker.
How are you sounding? Make sure to like,
good.
share, then subscribe.
Right.
Yeah.
Some money
I sound amazing. Yeah, you sound terrible, Sleaze.
All right.
All right. Let's kick you out and see if that works. It's even crunching when he's not making any noise. Like what? What? So anyway, this is Restream's problem. I'm telling you. Hello?
Hello?
Oh, you sound amazing now.
Fucking amazing.
Wow, you sound best in the world.
See, it's not us. It's this fucking technology.
Mm-hmm. It really is. Because I listen to other podcasts, and Shades may even knows of some of these podcasts that I listen to, sees me in the chat being all trolly and being weird. That's not being weird. I'm just entertaining myself while I do other like computer things. So thank you. But there are these other shows, man. They're crackling and stuff, and they're making millions, making trillions of dollars. So big deal. You know?
Even trillions.
Yep. So, okay. What do I have on the other agenda tonight? Well, we didn't even go through. This is why. Clash in Paris. Who gives a shit, right? Things are moving so fast. We already just had a Raw.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go through it anyway. Cena over Logan Paul. Thank God. Good match, as you pointed out. He actually, he's upping his game the closer he gets towards the end. Like he's no more rust.
I know, and it's making me sad. Honestly, making me sad. I really started to get into Cena for the first time in decades, and I'm like, God, he's going to be gone in December, and he's looked really good.
You know who didn't look really good was Nikki Bella. Ooh, I bet John Cena loved that. He's like, I had a great 5-star Meltzer match. Nikki Bella over here, her match.
It's the shits.
It was the total shits with Becky Lynch, of course. Somebody, you know me, Sleaze. Now that they're putting her at like the top of Netflix, you know, she's out there cutting promos every week on the main show. She's now in the main storyline. I call it the second storyline. The main storyline is the main belt with John Cena. The second storyline, second important storyline, is now Seth Rollins with that belt. And now she's involved with that. And she cuts. She gets it done. CM Punk even said it tonight. He's like, yeah, that all sounds good, what you said. You know, it sounded like you're good at this. But you know what? You're all wrong and you're obnoxious. And that's how I take it. Like, and I get it. She's a bad guy. Seth Rollins right now, a bad guy. And I roll with bad guys. I'm just not believing that she's a tough guy. And I'm also kind of upset that in this day and age still, we're supposed to believe that these wild animal pro wrestlers that are going all over the country are good enough personally that they wouldn't just put a move on Becky Lynch as soon as she came out to get Seth Rollins to the ring.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like simple psychology to me. And I guess that would make CM Punk the bad guy or whatever. But he's not a good guy either. Like, I think we can all sense it. Everybody's going to cheer for him anyway.
Right. Either way, yeah, they're going to cheer for him. And they finally put Becky and Seth together. And I instantly started to dislike Seth Rollins. You know what I mean? In a bad way. Like, I love him as a heel. I love Seth Rollins. As soon as Becky Lynch could barely untie her thing and take it off and reveal herself, I'm like, fuck me. Like, no. I hate them now both.
Mm-hmm.
So anything having to do with them is just gonna make me, I don't know, like you say, go make a fucking sandwich or, you know, go piss.
It's go away heat, right?
Big time, big time. Kevin Nash just said it too on Twitter, or on his podcast through Twitter, that yeah, Becky Lynch's run is done. Like, she's done. It's not good. It's not good at all. The wrestling has fallen off. She's super fucking annoying. This whole crackhead persona that she does, where she's shaking and fucking doing this, it's really cringy. Like Monet fucking cringy at this point. It's bad.
This is so bad for the show. I can't agree harder.
Yeah,
I agree so hard with this.
yeah.
I'm
Super
trying to
hard.
look up a video right now. We're going to look at, and just as example A in a moment, as soon as I find it. But
There's many. You can just pick any of the ones that she's
there we
done
go.
since she's been back.
Oh yeah, look at this. Look at
Oh
this.
my God, yes.
You understand, folks?
It's
Remember that
bad.
people back in the day would goof on her and be like, "You went to clown college and things," you know?
I forgot about
Exactly. That's how we all were watching it. It's a goof, right? Like Jim Cornette is rolling over in his grave right now.
Yeah, that was super, super bad. It's as bad as everyone's been shitting on Nikki, which one of the funniest memes I saw was they showed the video where she, shadow kicked there, and she was like, somebody said she kicked John Cena because he was gonna interrupt in the match.
Yeah.
And that was genius.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
Becky has to get 50% of the shit just from this clip.
Yep. At least just from this moment alone, because it's just also, of course, Nikki Bella is rusty. She's looking like John Cena when he first came back, and they didn't do her any favors. And again, I don't trust this Becky Lynch for some reason. And I'm talking about the person too, a little bit with the character. I'm sure she's a great person or whatever, but it seems like in the business, brother, you know how that business can bring out people. Like, I don't get, she's not that good a wrestler, in my professional expert opinion, that she would be as big as she is right now without Nia Jax breaking her face, number one. Then you got Charlotte Flair rivalries, who is the real best women's wrestler in the world, but most people can't take it because it was spoon-fed to them, because she is. And then Ronda Rousey coming around, giving them the main event. She's now doing books. She's the man. She's doing the commercials. Everybody bought into it. And like Kevin Nash said, that Kevin Nash knows some things.
Yeah.
And he's like, that shit was over a long time ago, bro. When she came back as Big Time Bex, had the sunglasses and all the goofy glasses and things. It's like, all right, you're like your husband's like you, whatever. That's what's keeping you going, brother. And I see it.
And here's some homework for everybody too. And anyone can respond to me at any point on X at the SLZ52. Look at the footage, okay? There was a spot that was supposed to happen. All right? You see Nikki Bella go up to the top rope, okay? That tells me, as a super analyst, that the other person is supposed to prepare for a bump, okay? So Nikki was doing her job, went on the top rope, was going to do that kick, and Becky Lynch was not in her spot. It was Becky Lynch's fault. It was not Nikki Bella. Go and watch it. Go and watch it 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 times so your little brains can take it in, but that's the truth. Because you can see it. After it happens, Becky did a response, and then she's like, oh, fuck, I was not in the right spot.
And people seem to like some of those Becky Lyra matches as of late for the IC championship there. But I'll tell you, there was some really messy spots. The stuff outside of the ring was even worse. Like there was one night, Lyra's bringing Becky Lynch up the ramp by the hair and everything, and she thought she was throwing her into like the guardrail. So she pulls away from Lyra and like goes, throws her head, and Lyra's still going forward and has to go now turn around and grab her again. Go like, no, this way, doink.
Yeah.
This way, clown college.
And the thing is Lyra is relatively new in this business. So you would think that somebody that totes that she's the greatest and been around forever and a pillar in a Mount Rushmore, she should be the one that's leading these fucking matches. You know what I mean? With somebody that's coming up. And she did not throughout the entire run of those fucking matches. So who's really in the fucking in the should get the blame here? It's Becky Lynch.
Mm-hmm.
She's always been not good. I'm not saying she's bad. She's not that good.
That's all. I've been saying it all through this. When she was the baby face back then, it was like, okay, she's good enough. She does the job.
Yeah.
She does the job. You know, she's good. She does the job in the mic. She does the job in the ring. For the most part. Is anything going to wow you? Absolutely not. Are things going to annoy you more than anything else? Even when they was pushing her as a anti-hero or a baby face, I wasn't liking any of that.
No. She's in the same class as Sasha Banks to me. They're good enough. Okay? That's what we're going to say from now on. They're good enough, but they're not great. They're not good. They're good enough.
And John wants Hornswoggle to win the women's championship once more. Let's do it.
Okay. Let's do it.
I mean, Becky Lynch she runs like a toddler. Watch this. Next time you see a Becky Lynch match, when she starts running the ropes, it looks, like when you see a young person run with their arms and legs out. Yep. She's a tough guy, though. She's beating everybody up, slapping everybody around. Told you, it's all about her dope slapping motherfuckers. And they probably took that from this show. I used to say that for years. She's around dope slapping John Cena and Edge and fucking whoever, right? They even had her in commercials, dropping into the whole, boys, whatever gala event that they were having, Diddy party or something. And she's in there eating their hors d'oeuvres and fucking, whatever, kicking dust in their face. It's like, yeah, okay. She's so tough.
I want to try to say this as delicate as I can, but the only scenario I can think of when it comes to Becky Lynch's, just her body when it comes to wrestling is like people that can dance and then the wicked dorky white guy in the corner that can't dance, but they're trying. That's how Becky Lynch has always been to me. Her body just doesn't accept the moving or the movements or the fluidness or the natural, flow of just moving your fucking body. She's so stiff. And I didn't want to say that because when you say stiff in wrestling, it's like, okay, somebody that can't fake a punch and actually punches you. But that's what it is. She's not a ballerina. You know what I mean? She's not going to go on to win a gold medal in fucking gymnastics. Her body can't do it. I'm telling you, people, watch this. I'm right.
Yep. It's just like, that's why I also love Kiana James coming up. She looks like a wrestler. She moves like a wrestler. You believe it. I've never believed it with Becky Lynch. I'm sorry. You're cute and you do okay things, but to be in the position you are, what did you do? You know where the bodies are buried or something? Because that's what it feels like to me. It's like, how did you get in this position? She had to have politics, brother. You understand?
Well, my theory on this is back then there wasn't a ton of girls, and that group that came in was good. She was good enough. Okay. She went away. She married fucking Seth Rollins, and now she's doing that to propel herself. She's the wife of Seth Rollins at this point. That's how she's doing things.
I'm getting the bad juju out of my room.
There you go.
I gotta light his head on fire first, I think. Get all the weird plastics in the air.
Yeah. Breathe that in.
Having a baby doesn't do any favors. Displacement of bone structure. Is that what happens? I'm the
No.
doctor around here, aren't I?
No, she's always look at the old freaking film. She's always been like this.
Mm-hmm.
She wasn't like running around the ring like a fucking spider monkey before, and now she's an ironing board. Like that doesn't come on. Alexa Bliss, give me a break.
Reminds me of this one.
Yeah.
You know who that is, everybody. Shotzi Blackheart. Get liking and subscribing. Tell him, Shotzi. She's having a great time with us, see?
Yeah. Yeah, she's with Carrion now.
Carrion.
Scarlet. Yeah. What a
And they're
threesome.
just saying cuss words for no reason.
Right. Mud shows.
Yeah, every day that passes by, that seems more and more real to me, Sleaze. They actually let Cross go.
Yeah, they did. No, he's gone. And that's why I'm getting absolute. I love carrying Cross, right? And all that stuff. But for whatever reason, they didn't push him. Okay. They gave him a contract. He was like, man, and they said, well, fuck off. And now he's doing indies. And now, can we be done with this? We want Cross crap because it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
We know you want it to be done, Shotzi. You know, because you're like, oh, I got him all to myself, and now we're gonna go hunt ghosts for the rest of our lives, and you know, maybe I can be his husband too, or something.
Yeah, let's get our arms broken doing a skit at my house, not in the red.
Yes, he's agreeing with you, Sleaze. At least, you know, she's nice.
So excited.
She come on sometime, Shotzi.
Yeah.
Bring on Scarlet. Bring on Cross. I would love to ask you all. I got all kinds of questions for you guys. You should be free now, right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
well,
I'm supposed
not Shotzi. She's the fucking new indie god or whatever they're doing in these places.
Yeah. He's busy breaking baseball bats. That's right. He does do that with his Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Right.
So, yep. We need Becky Lynch in the main storyline on the main show, not carrying Cross on the roster at all. I'm just trying to have this all sink in, everybody. That's what we're doing. That's why I'm kind of like, you know what? This ain't for me anymore. This isn't the future I envisioned for this company. It's basically they're leaving all the creative shit. They're going to make burgers. They're going to make McDonald's hamburgers forever now, and they're slowly going to get smaller and smaller, right? At a very rapid rate as you pay more and more for it. And that's what's happening. So I'm seeing what's going on. I'm getting out now. I'll keep up with the highlights, whatever, but I'm not wasting my time with this. They don't care.
They're going to get all the meat for the burgers from Australia when they go there from kangaroos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He loves eating kangaroos. So, yeah.
Oh, God.
Like, what happened on Clash in Paris? We had the Wyatts versus the Street Profits, right? And everybody, this is a championship match. Nobody gives a fuck. Yeah. Not a single fuck. I couldn't even find one myself. And I kind of like the Wyatt 6. You know, the Street Profits, bro, I've been saying this for years. You're done. You're also done. The man's done. You're done. I don't know what it is. You're not getting over. You're not going to get any bigger than you are. There's no way you can change your name. There's no different appearance you can take on. There's nothing you can do, right? They tried the whole Montez Ford singles thing for a minute. Didn't seem to work for whatever reason. It looks like he can play the part. He can do the promos. But again, it's almost like a Becky Lynch situation. But then at the end of the day, he's just not going to get over. Unless he's like politicking, in my professional opinion. So I don't know. Then what makes this worse? So they come out, the Street Profits, in all Borderland gear. Whole Borderland entrance, long. They're screaming through their masks. It sounded ridiculous. It looked crazy. look kind of cool, I guess. It's just another product placement. Then you look in the ring, there's product placement. So you look at the turnbuckles, they bringing out the tables, they got the ads constantly in the middle of something that I'm paying for, and I'm just like, again, what am I doing? I should be watching the highlights. Why am I watching this? I'm watching a long advertisement about a match nobody cares for.
Yeah, and I think it was Uncle Howdy, Bo Dallas, just came out with another thing online saying, "Oh, just wait, something's coming." I don't care anymore. I don't fucking care anymore. It's the most unwatchable crap with them, in my personal opinion. Like, why aren't they using Nikki Cross as a women's wrestler? You know what I mean? Like, she's just a fucking puppet that comes out. Eric Rowan, why aren't they using him? It's just about the tag teams. Uncle Howdy isn't fucking wrestling. They just come out, they do this homage to Bray, and they do the tag teams, and they got the stupid eyeball makeup that's not even good, and it's crap. It's crap.
It's because everything's crap because it's just too many wrestlers. There's too many acts. There's too much stuff going on. So at the end of the day, you're just like, get everything out of here. You're like, give us the meat of this. Get rid of the other stuff. Okay. Yeah. If you're going to give us the Wyatt 6, give us the Wyatt 6 every week with something going on that would be exciting. But again, just like Cross would say in that big promo he did after WrestleMania, he's like, they don't want people succeeding more than the main storylines.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just that right there tells me they don't want to succeed. Like, that's how you succeed. Something should come out of left field. Zack Ryder or whatever, the R-Truth situation, which is a little different, though. It could have been a work the whole time, but I don't think it was. I think that they just used it. They just go, oh, wow, everybody wants R-Truth back, and we don't have to do much. We'll just give them a couple of fucking non-title matches against heel John Cena, which is also the shits.
It's the shits.
And then we'll move on. And we'll sell a bunch more stuff.
And the whole thing that everybody thought when we were going through the fucking R-Truth stuff is he was going to come back and be a part of the main stuff and all. He's done nothing. You know, he's had those matches and all that stuff, and now he's reverted back to being a goofball and not wrestling. Because, like you said, it's more so now, even more than the Vince era, I believe, in my opinion, that unless they physically select somebody like Braun Breaker to be the number one guy, you won't have a Karrion Kross who's trying like hell, who's putting himself out there, who's really trying to elevate himself. He can't do that because he wasn't chosen.
Mm-hmm.
It's sick at this point. You don't have the Stone Colds coming out after, Survivor Series anymore and doing a promo, and then all of a sudden everyone's like, holy shit, and they push them to the stars. You don't have that. It's whoever they choose.
Remember how exciting it was to hear a promo being cut at the beginning of a Raw? Like every week you knew whoever came out to be Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Stone Cold, a million different people, and you were always like, this is going to be good.
Yeah. It started the show off.
Now it's really, really hit or miss. Mostly miss. Like even tonight, the Yeetmeister comes out, so we just got
Yeet.
Come on, Sleaze.
Yeet.
We did that for a while, and then Jey Uso gets on the mic, and he's terrible on the mic.
He really
always been bad on the mic. And what happened after that? Who came out after that?
I don't know.
LA Knight. So I predicted this weekend. LA Knight, it's going to be the versus Yeet. And shout out to Mac Diesel out here. He hates Becky Lynch too. He gets it. Becky was awful for years, now worse. Cross rules. Miss him. Yep. But it's just a telltale sign. They're telling you, we don't want you around. You guys that used to watch wrestling, we get a whole new batch of knuckleheads that will think that in 5 years, get this, Sleaze, Logan Paul will be the greatest wrestler ever in like 5-7 years. Mark my words. And it's going to go up everybody's ass. It's going to piss everybody off. And if he sticks with it, you know what I mean? Like doing more and more shows even.
Yeah.
It's going to be stupid. But LA Knight comes out. Then Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed come out.
It's
and
so
LA Knight's good, you know, but like this is not 1999 anymore, folks, where it's like, woo, I can't wait to see what these guys say. No, it's the same old shit.
Well, you know, back in the day, they used to have like Stone Cold come out, right? And he'd do a promo, and then whoever he's fucking with would come out, and they'd go back and forth. And then it would end like, hey, you want to fight tonight? And they'd be like, yeah. And go to commercial. So you're like, oh, it's going to be good. Then they put banger after banger after banger leading up to this. Now, people come out. It takes 20 minutes to get to the ring, right? They go to commercial. They come back, and there's a lot of stuff said that doesn't really matter. Go to commercial. Then they go, blah match, blah match, blah match. They go to the main event, and it's not even a match because you think it's a match and you think it's going to be a 1, 2, 3, but then 4 or 5 people come out and it's watch next week. Yeah, the format is terrible.
It's the way I can't get up for Dominic and AJ Styles, and I should. They're both good. They put on a good match, but why do again? It's just like what am I supposed to care about this?
Right.
And it was very comedy driven, where it's like that's stuff. I get how that you can have comedy and stuff in your wrestling, but you know, AJ Styles kind of following him around for weeks, like, are you still injured? You still injured? I guess it was giving him something to do, but give us John Cena. Listen, we're in the future now. This stuff should be bigger and better than ever. You should be doing a lot more bigger and better things inside the arena, outside the arena. They understand. We got the social media. Just the way that they're doing this, where it's now they've found another model and they're just gonna hammer away at it, right? And just go, and we're gonna give you an ad every like 2.5 minutes or something. It's just like enough. I can't do it anymore. Again, physical media, everybody. Let's go back.
It's fucking paint by numbers at this point. That's what it is. It's just, okay, here's the product and A, B, C, D. Next show, A, B, C, D.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Bunch of stuff we've already seen before. Like Sheamus and Rusev, I like that. But it's their way of going, here's like an actual wrestling match like you would have seen 25 years ago, right? Here's a wrestling match that you can get excited for because they're actually going to touch each other, guys. You know, no 5 knuckle shuffles by Logan Paul that are missing John Cena by a mile. People jumping off the rope, you know, and other people not hitting their spots. So, like, they look like clowns out there.
You know what's fucking amazing to me is you have Sheamus and Rusev, right? They're both 40, pushing 40, over 40, whatever they are. They had the best match of the fucking night last night. And it's been one of the only intriguing things on that show is because they kept it simple. When they wrestle, it's fucking wrestling. And it's just, I don't like you. I don't like the situation. We're going to fight. That's it. Simple fucking wrestling.
Yep, point out who wins more. They used to do that. Like Sheamus never beat Rusev, then he finally did that. And then Rusev beat him the other night. And it's like, and that was just about, we're the 2 big brutes over here and we're going to fight each other and see who's better.
Right.
And so we don't need like these fancy storylines. I'm not even saying your 2 main storylines need to be fancy. Those are your main storylines, should be the drivers of your show where you're coming back and forth. And that's why I like the whole with all the Japanese girls in this episode tonight, because they kept coming back to it and coming back to it.
Right.
And it made, even with their awful English, it made total sense. And it was hilarious. It was good, you know, and now I'm kind of looking forward to things.
Yeah.
Now when Asuka does face Rhea Ripley, I'm not just going to be like, I can skip through this. I'll watch it.
Right. They're not making you invested. And yeah, that's a prime example. I'm totally invested in that. That whole thing going on with them is great. It's been great. And the same thing with Sheamus and Rusev. They didn't have to say like anything beyond what they did. It made it great. It's like, okay, so now Sheamus is up one, and now they're going to settle it in this. That's how it's supposed to be done. And whoever produced that should be producing way more shit in this show. Not the asshole with the fucking parted hair that's always disagreeing with everybody in the fucking writing room on Unreal. Like, oh, it's so easy. It's so easy.
Then we got the first match of the night, which was Bronson Reed versus Roman Reigns, and it was a good match.
It was good
match. I wasn't really expecting much from it. The match was solid, but Roman Reigns winning killed it for me. But then they made up for it by, having Paul Heyman get beat up and choked out by Roman Reigns, and then Roman Reigns eventually gets beat up by Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Then Jey Uso, the Yeet Meister, he comes out, tries to save Roman Reigns. He ends up getting messed up. And then we're off to the races. It was a lot of Roman Reigns getting tsunamied multiple times while he's on the stretcher. Hilarious. Loved it.
I love it. The only thing that's aggravating me more so with like Jay, for instance, is there's been a lot of clamoring, and he just came out and said it too, is that they need to put him and Jimmy together as a tag team. Like, that's the next step for both of them. And the whole time that Jay's out there, I'm like, all right, perfect chance. Here comes Jimmy. And yay, they fucking work together. Big pop. Didn't happen. The whole story of the shoes, I actually fucking loved. I loved when he first took him and put him on. I'm like, this is great. And the most perfect thing, whoever, again, wrote and produced this should do more for the show. It was a good end to that. You know what I mean? If they kept going any further with this shoe thing, it would have been stupid. And I think that was executed great. Where a couple of weeks, you had the Shuafala and all that shit. It was great.
The Shunami.
The Shunami, the
all
tribal
the puns.
Yeah, it was great. That's the kind of comedy I want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had a video of Roman, I think like a week ago, saying like, he's screaming at Bronson. He's like, Bronson going back and he's like, I'm going to steal your shoes. And he's like, no, you're not. And he's like, yes, I am. It was fucking great.
And then Roman keeps coming out with these awesome Jordans every week.
Yeah.
He even wrestled in them yesterday. I'm like, he's going to try to take his shoes. And then he did in the middle of the match, tried to take his shoes off again. It just, when they show the vignettes, it's all dark around like the sides of the screen. And it's like, it's like this terrifying music as Bronson's pulling off another man's shoes. And it's just like, I was dying watching that.
Yeah. See, the comedy's got to get sort of infantile. You know what I mean? But smart. That's wrestling comedy to me, even, I just sort of shit on it, I guess. No, I didn't. It's like the R-Truth comedy is fun. Like, it's childish. It's ridiculous, but it's fun.
Mm-hmm. The Otis, doing the worm.
Yes.
All that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that's why Tozawa still exists. Hey, who's a character out here who's been ducking me in Tekken for years? He over 10 years been ducking me on this Tekken. Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
Xavier Woods, you big puss. But I'll tell you what, you're pretty good lately. You've always been. He keeps it interesting, even with his stuff offline. He does like little segments and bits here and there that are pretty fun. The hat and the grieving process, and they lost the belts. Like, giving them nobody cares about tag teams anymore, right? So the Raw tag team belts, especially, it's like, who cares if they win or lose them, right? But Xavier Woods is definitely keeping himself around because he's always like doing something. So at least they still have some people that are like that aren't just like, imagine being like in a business like that where you're at the top of it and you're going to go, I'm going to wait for some writers to come up with some stuff for me. Get it. You better figure this out, bro.
Yeah, no.
Nobody's coming up with shit,
I really imagine if I was a talent right now, I'd quit. Like I would get half of these stories and I'd be like, no, this is fucking dumb.
How about the story of Baron Corbin recently, where he's like, I think I was let go and I recognized I was about to be let go because they just gave me nothing for like 6 months.
Yeah.
So I'm just like milling about going like, all right, and they're like, yeah, we just, we don't have anything for you. And
Yeah.
that 6 months is right before his contract was up so that they could like lowball him basically.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think we
That
just
is
saw that with Cross.
yeah, that's a strategy. Not so much with Cross because they actually gave him stuff, but you know what I mean?
They had him lose to Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
And now Sami Zayn is like the top guy. He's literally the top guy of SmackDown right now. Why do we need to watch SmackDown? Sami Zayn's the main guy of that. It's not John Cena. It's not necessarily or Cody Rhodes. Neither of them are really around or the champion right now. It's who is the champion over there? I'm losing my mind. Cody Rhodes is a champion,
Cody.
but he's off doing other stuff. Sami Zayn right now is the working man's champ as the U.S. title holder on SmackDown. And that's obnoxious to me. Woo, he doesn't deserve that. Sorry.
I could see taking the belt off Solo, but not for Sami Zayn. I don't know what the fixation is with Sami Zayn when you have so many other people that are way more marketable, sell way more fucking merch. Like I don't know his numbers, but I can't believe that everyone's clamoring for a Sami Zayn shirt. You don't see him in the crowd. That's my big thing is how many shirts do I see in the crowd? That's where I gauge like shit in my head. You don't see that. So what is the fucking fixation with this ginger, long-haired, hippie-looking, what is the I don't get it. Someone please explain this crap to me.
I will never understand it. I don't even understand the Kevin Owens stuff, to be honest. Like, he's been around for a while now, and I know he can put on a good match in here and there. But again, does he make me care about storylines? Am I really believing in everything he's doing? No, he's always coming off kind of, you know what he is, Sleaze? He's the guy that tries to be funny and isn't necessarily funny, but he's got the size and the bulliness to him, so people generally play along with that.
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, yeah, right. Oh, he's just known as the asshole guy. Right? Oh, it's just, isn't that cute how he's a douche? That's the vibe I've gotten the whole time. And you can make that work into a character. And they've gone into that. Not saying that's exactly who he is. I don't know who he is. But the character, the way he's been, he was super white hot at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like with the NXT title, taking on John Cena, everything. He was amazing. And then I don't know what they did. It's like they neutered him or something overnight. And then he's just.
You know what it is? They need to go back to that whole like prize fighter, Kevin Owens, where he was like, I'm gonna fight you. And he puts on good matches and get rid of the comedy and all that. Go back to that original, like, I'm a fighter thing, and it's short and sweet. It's no like him bitching and all that drawn out crap. He needs to come back and be a baby face, but in that prize fighter type of role.
He's a terrible baby face. He would have to be like a Stone Cold type.
But if he does that kind of like, gray area type, that's the one I like. Like when he did come out of NXT, that's how he was.
He's perfect. And I've always said that him and Sami Zayn, I would love it if they were just both on AEW. You got friends over there already. It seems to be more your speed. And then just go have fun with your buddies over there. That's real, like Daniel Bryan did, like Edge is done. Like, just, I don't think that they're made for WWE. Either one of these guys. Like, sure, they can be shown to everybody and, like any other wrestler could. But I don't think that they're the best for that brand, especially now. I don't think they ever really were. Like I said, I'll give Kevin Owens his initial run at the end of NXT going into WWE, and then Sami Zayn with the bloodline, which I mean, how easy is that to get over when you're in the one of the biggest storylines in all of wrestling history? So he managed to get in that too, which has just kept him around, right? Because to me, he was almost out the door. That's the sense I had. It's almost like they had nothing for him. He was like a conspiracy theorist. Remember that?
Yeah, that's when he should have left. I believe. I don't want anyone going to AEW, so I'd rather see them both in like TNA, because I don't want them to be. I think they're talented. I do. It's just there's a feeling that me and you both have where it's like, nah, it's just not enough. So I think them going to like TNA and helping those guys out would be tremendous for TNA. And I think it would, I don't know, give him a breather. Maybe Sammy fucking retires and Kevin maybe comes back after a while to
We're
WWE.
being delusional about this because Kevin Owens is wrestling again. Because I just don't believe it. He's had the neck surgery. It seemed to have gone well. Of course, I don't want the guy hurt. I don't want him losing his job. I don't want any of this stuff to happen to anybody. I'm just saying, like, I think they're more suited for that other company. And these guys, he'll never go away. Even if they tell him don't wrestle, he's gonna wrestle.
Yeah.
If you're willing to leave your family all the time to do this, you think a neck injury is gonna stop you or anything else? They're gonna go until the wheels are falling off. Ric Flair would still wrestle if they would allow it.
Yeah. Sadly. Sadly.
He doesn't give a shit.
He wants to die there.
Exactly.
He wants to die right in the ring. So.
All right, we got to talk about this before we start winding things down a bit, but we're still going strong, everybody. Remember this over the weekend? That's Rhea Ripley being followed around by a bunch of mark-ass busters.
Bitches.
Look at them. Yep, keep playing the tape back. Play it over and over. We're going to let it loop while we talk about it. So, Rhea Ripley puts out a statement like right after this. She's just trying to walk up to an Uber. Imagine being the Uber driver and going, that's Rhea Ripley. And he probably wouldn't have known, wouldn't have even given a shit if she wasn't swarmed like this. But, what do you think? Do you think, are you siding? There seems to be two sides of this coin here where, you're either offended by this, like, how dare you get in these strangers' faces? Or is it, they're a celebrity and they should be dealing with this stuff and fan interaction and all this. What's the big deal?
My opinion is, and it's right in the middle, all right? Like, I am not the type, and you aren't either, that we don't sit there and see a wrestler and just run up and, hey, fucking sign this and take a picture and all that. I just think it's fucking rude. And I was thinking, with all the money that WWE has and all just the roster, let's think about the roster. You have these guys that are in developmental and all this stuff. You're already paying them, right? You have a Rhea Ripley, especially the women. Tiffany Stratton just had it happen where the Samoans had to fucking surround her and shit. Have these guys on the roster act as security for especially these women when they're going to their Ubers, when they're in the fucking airport. You're paying them already. I'm not even saying use your, supposed security guards. Have people walk with them. This won't happen. She's all alone in this video. Protect your assets, if you will.
And I think this was supposedly 8:00 in France time, which is like, what? That's awful early to be doing this shit.
Yeah. Well, the IWC is sick, but put some big fucking dudes that say security on the back of their shirts around her, and these guys will think twice.
Yep.
Or get hemmed up.
They supposedly did with Roxanne Perez. There was a video of her going around when there was 3 guys in the same area where she was. So it must have been a hotel or something. Who knows? But
yeah, but that was after she started getting stalked and stuff. Let's not wait until that happens. Rhea obviously is the biggest women's wrestler in the world. Let's not fool ourselves. So protect her. If she's You know, she should be able to call up and say, "Hey, I'm walking to an Uber," and they send people to go out with her.
No, there's
Like,
the tweet.
it's a no-brainer to me.
Oh yeah. Remember, we are people. Do not swarm me or anyone like a pack of rabid zombies. No one should ever be pushed up against an Uber driver's door and completely mobbed like I just experienced. Use common courtesy and humanity. No means no. What the fuck? Yeah.
Sadly, she can keep saying these things, and they're still going to do it up until either the company or she pays out of pocket for somebody to fucking walk everywhere she goes.
Well,
You
the
know?
way everything's going now, Sleaze, it's like everybody's trying to do negative and bad things to get attention.
Yeah.
So it's almost like if you react to anything, remember it's your fault. That's what all these kids are being taught now. You know, don't react. If you do, then it's your fault. She's reacting to something, so now it's going to happen more because they might get attention off that.
Yep, because people are on X and they're saying, "Well, she's complaining. Wait till she comes to my town. I'm going to be right out there with my fucking phone." And they're going to go further and further every single time because they want that attention.
And negative attention is not the way to go, people. It never works out in the end for everybody. It's that whole 15 minutes thing. Everybody wants their 15 minutes of fame for something. And some people, they don't care if it's for something bad or stupid. They're willing to do it. So I understand that. Even circling back to the Roger Jackson thing, I would even understand how people would think that this whole thing is a work. People are this ridiculous now to engagement farm and all this. Like, can you believe Rob Van Dam of all people? Don't tell me it wasn't engagement farming. I know engagement farming when I see it. And that was some horse shit to be like, I didn't know the whole story. I just saw, him. Once you saw him punching away and all this, I think we got it.
I didn't even read the headline. I was just scrolling and I saw a video and I'm like, "What's this?" Like some independent thing. No volume, nothing. I see this dude jump in the ring and pound the piss out of somebody. And then I was like, "What the fuck is this?" That's when I scrolled back up and
did you go, I'm going to piss everybody off right now inside with the guy that all the outrage is going to, which will give me outrage, which will bump my numbers up, and then hear me on the Dr. Huge show talk all about it tomorrow. That's what RVD did.
Yeah.
Which is just, to me, that's crazy, bro.
No,
some crazy work. It's leaked even to legendary wrestlers are doing this stuff now.
Yeah. No, I'm pushing on, since we've been back, I'm pushing on 2,000 followers on X, and I don't need to do that. Like, I've gotten all mine because of my talent and my wisdom.
That's right. No need to engagement farm, right?
No, unless you say something stupid.
I'm telling you, I'm really good at pissing people off if I want to.
Yeah, me too. And that's why I don't do it.
It could be a major skill, and I could be using to get so many people to look at our show. But again,
But we have morals. That's the thing.
Yeah.
If you see a quick clip of us, you would think not, but we do. We're actually decent human beings.
That's right. Get liking and subscribing, everybody. Hit those buttons. That's all you got to do. It helps so much with the algorithm. I need the watch hours on YouTube. You guys have been coming through tonight, finally, on YouTube a little bit.
Right.
But you other people on X and Kick, get over here. Stop watching people try to commit deletion on Kick. Come over here. There's been so many stories about that sleaze lately. The paintball girl shooting random people on Kick. Then you got the French people that were like damn near torturing the guy, like humiliating him and torturing him at the same time. And then, of course, the Roger Jackson situation also streamed live on Kick, right? He was all banned off of there. And that's the first thing Rampage said. He's like, oh, man, he might go to prison. He might be banned on Kick, too. It's like, who cares about Kick, bro? You serious?
You just worry more about prison than getting kicked off YouTube right now. What the fuck? He's been hit in the head too many fucking times.
Yep. I told Danny on Saturday, too. I'm like, I can totally see how Roger Jackson is a maniac the way he is and so pissed off because for anybody goofing on him, his chat, acting like he's weak and he's a bitch because his father probably does it all the time. And we watched him basically say that to him when he called him when he was at the event. He's like, "Oh, you got guys in tights messing with you, bro? What's going on with that? They beating you up?" And he's all, "Oh, no, what are you talking about?" And then reminded me of the Ultimate Fighter house back in the day when there was a team rampage. He was one of the coaches, and he kept messing with this guy, kept calling him titties and touching his titties and bouncing his titties until one day titties went nuts.
Yeah.
And he went to fight Rampage, which, I mean, Rampage in his prime, nobody wants to fight the guy.
No.
But, you know, he pushes the buttons enough where he gets people who want to, you know, they see red, and I think he kind of just saying.
Yeah. It always goes back to the parents. You know, it's abuse. Poor Raja.
Poor Raja. Well, maybe in one way. But then again, he did grow up, you know, not needing for anything, really.
Yeah. So he was bullied and he was given everything. So how fucked up is he?
All right, a couple more quick stories here. DDP had a heart thing recently. It sounded like he went too hard in the gym.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you should listen to our advice. Maybe you should drink and smoke a little more like us, huh?
Right. I said it years ago.
Yeah, you almost killed yourself by working out. How's that working out for you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good friend of the show, though. I hope you're doing well. But, you know, next time we're out, drinks are on the house, right? Stop working so hard. You seen what happened to Hogan recently, right? This motherfucker was everywhere in a private jet. Just chill out for a while. Maybe buy a recliner.
There was a video of him. He's a maniac. He had just gotten out of whatever surgery or whatever, and he's sitting there doing yoga in his bed. It's like, just rest up, guy. Holy shit.
Yep. Y'all are expert. We just analyzed everything. Yeah, real life stuff, fake stuff. Yep.
Now you can go about your work week and feel good about yourself, and you know, you got a lot of knowledge.
Here's something. Shaq is going to be DJing in Boston, right near us.
That's funny because me and the missus there were watching Hot Ones, and he was on there. Funniest episode they had. And yeah, they were promoting that. I forgot he was a DJ. It was great. Yeah.
That's another thing. If you want gigs or you want to do anything in this day and age, you need to have a major brand, right? So you see what I'm doing, Sleaze, with my music and everything. That's why I'm incorporating it back into it, because nobody cares about music anymore. Nobody gives a shit that Shaq is DJing. No. They care about Shaq.
Right.
And I need people who care about Dr. Huge, and then I can do all kinds of stuff. And then they'll care about that too, because otherwise nobody cares about. They don't care about anything. Yeah, it's weird. This is a weird world that we've gone into. Like, who wants to go see Shaq DJ?
You know what's weird is from this vantage point, without being in my studio with the lighting, I'm looking like Christian Cage.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, it's freaking me out. I don't like it.
Sleaze, I understand you have a father.
Yeah, most people do.
That's Christian Cage's famous line before he starts talking about dead people's parents. I understand you have a father. And then the crowd goes, ooh, because they know it's coming.
Yeah.
It is one of the funniest gimmicks ever. Last week he did that with I forget who. Somebody came down the ramp and he's in the ring with Edge, and you know they're good guy tag team now. Yeah. And then he just goes, I understand you have a father. And then Edge is just like, grabs the mic from him. He's like, no, we can't be doing this anymore. But then they get super cringe, which always happens. And they're like, oh, you guys are sickos. So, okay, I'm going to let him do his lines. It's like, you know, this is not what the wrestling world I thought was going to be in the future. I thought they were going to be cooler about it. They were, listen. If you want me to suspend my disbelief, you have to do it in the ring first.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Really believe what you're doing in. If you're not doing that at all, I'm not. And that's what, like this gimmick here, of course, I love the Christian stuff. I'm more of a peep than an Edge head anyway. But, you know, when Edge then does the whole talking to the crowd thing, the cheap pops, you know, which was happening all through that Becky Lynch CM Punk thing. That was a total douche off, by the way. That just reminds me of that as well. Like, it was good. It was entertaining for what, because there's some real life tension there. And
Right.
that's what I'm talking about. They need to bring that back, because what they're doing now, as far as that horseshit Edge and Christian were doing, more so Edge than Christian, was just,
I
It
was
made
like, I was a tad excited. I'm like, all right, they're getting these two dudes back together. And it was more so like, all right, Christian can help this Edge fucking dilemma a little bit. But yeah, and then I saw it and I'm like, oh no. It's like two old men just like fucking, oh God.
oh, you guys are sickos. We're gonna continue to do this because it's okay now, because you guys
Right.
like it. Yep,
Right.
got it. Anyway,
Sure.
Cena apologizing every week now, and he's even come out and said, he's like, oh yeah, that heel turn sucked, huh? It's
Yeah.
like, yep, it did. It's got me out of here. You guys are, so let me get this straight. You guys are missing on your main storylines this year. You guys fucked WrestleMania up. SummerSlam was pretty cool. You made up
Yeah.
for it a little bit on SummerSlam. But you want me to pay $30 a month for all this now, when you are outright telling me don't watch it? Even Stephanie McMahon came out and is selling VPNs on her show.
Yeah.
Did you see that? And then to the point where she even mentions Netflix, like, oh, and Monday Night Raw, no need for that when you get the VPN. And I'm thinking to myself, who's going to be happy with this? And ESPN wasn't happy, but they're not going to do anything about it.
That was very bizarre. That whole Stephanie thing was very fucking bizarre. Like, what is going on with that?
I mean, what else is her show useful for? Really, Big Steph, I'm sorry. I mean, you're on the podcast network. The Snaker snaked his boy and got his own show on the podcast network now with his wife. And then, what else? Oh, and Logan Paul on your pod. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself, WWE.
Go fuck yourself.
And we're not signed as the Howard Stern in of your the whole podcast thing. That what are you gonna have? Sam Roberts instead and Rosenberg? This is awful, man. Nobody's listening to any of these things, and if they are, shame on you. Shame on you all.
Every single time, now that they do like the rundown of the podcast, all the logos and crap, I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Not one spot for us that would actually be way more entertaining than all the other 5 or whatever that they have on there.
And they can't have anything with a little bit of explicit things on. Like, of course you can. It's your own company, and you could even have it in a secret, not even a secret section, but just away from the kids, say a non-kids section or whatever. Since you're all PG'd out, I guess we're just gonna sit there but then you're selling whiskey and you're selling, what else were they selling they were selling something else, fireballs in the middle of the show. Pierce is like, or Nick Aldis, I'm gonna drink this right now because this job's so hard. You drinking at work now?
But the thing is with their podcast, when you see the whole rundown, it's all the same format. It's all the same format, just different hosts. You know what I mean? They're not like, oh, you're going to have like, like old time radio. They would have like, okay, so the morning show was nice and easy. And they told you news. Then they went into Howard Stern, and then it was like the rock guy. And then it was all variety. There's no variety in their fucking podcasts. Because Stephanie's going to ask the same questions as Cody. Cody's going to ask the same questions as The Undertaker. And it's just put it into one show then with all these people and ask the same questions.
Could you
throw
imagine
in a Dr. Huge show?
If we had access to these people, on top of all the bits we could do, a nice little fancy studio. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. You think Pat McAfee's show is good? That's absolute trash compared to what I would do. Yeah, absolute garbage. Yeah. We would have all kinds. It would be like Pee-wee's Funhouse 10 times greater.
Right. Set people on fire. You don't know what you're missing.
I would set it up just like a late show too.
Yeah.
The desk. You could be my Andy Richter.
Right.
We could get the people, the wrestlers on. They could sit down, Eric Andre's been doing this, but we would do it. I'd modernize it. I'd hype it up for you. We could get super silly in there.
Yeah.
But hey, no, they would rather have Stephanie McMahon bore us to death. The Undertaker out here bore us to death. I mean, really. How many old timer stories can we listen to, right?
Yeah. It's so fucking boring.
So
He's so fucking boring.
And-
Couldn't you imagine, going back to our setup that we're thinking about here? So we go, so up next is Jey Uso, and he comes down from the crowd, right? Because we're going to have a live audience, I assume, right? And he comes down and he eats with everyone. Great. Instead of just sitting down going, hey, what's up? So how much can I kiss your ass? And talk about 1997.
WWF did it back in the day. Remember that?
Right. It was fun.
They had a late show and all it. And then we could even still do a podcast version of it.
Right.
Like I'm saying a mixture of all of it. Well, we could go 4 hours a day, Stern style back in the day. In the prime right now. Let's go. WWE. Stop resting on all your laurels or whatever they say.
Yeah, we're not getting any fucking younger at this point. So let's go.
Mm-hmm. Damn you, WWE. I got the sign and everything glowing here. Come on.
I got the complete white walls behind me. Come on.
I know where the pussies live.
Yes.
They're very close by.
Where all the pussies live, right?
Exactly.
That's what we need to do. We need to drive there.
Come on, Triple H.
We need to put it in their face and say, listen, you're losing out, bud.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to pay off that TKO debt? Right here.
A big nose with a small dick.
Don't make us say that.
Anyway, I think that's pretty much all of it. Stuttering John came back, but he might leave again.
Oh, we should have him on. That'd be fun.
Yep. He would want like $3,000 or something because he's out of his mind. He's so, please don't get me going with that. But yeah, he said he was coming back just to keep his channel monetized. I don't disbelieve it.
Right.
But he does these type of things. So it is September 1st. So the dabbler might be gone again. The goat, the Duke, the dabbler, the admiral. He calls himself all these things.
Yep.
So
I need to come up with different names for myself too. Seems cool.
Yep. 50 different monikers. Tell us where we can find you, sleaze.
All social media fucking platforms at the SLZ52.
Nice. And of course,
DM me, people. I'm telling you, it's fun.
At DrHUGEshow all over the interwebs, everywhere you go. So yeah, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Come over to YouTube if you haven't. We got promo edits, we got clips, we got shorts, we got live streams. Be a part of it in the chat. I actually have a call-in number. I haven't used it in a while. You know what? Because every time I put it up, nobody ever calls in. Look at this.
Yeah.
Don't call now because I'm ending the show, but I'm just proving it to all you people. Look at that. That's the number you call. Dr. Huge Hotline. When people get really angry about their pro wrestling and things. Yeah. But hey, I got a lot more clips on the way, non-wrestling stuff. Because again, I'm out after this month. Anything that's free, I'll consume that. Highlights, blah, blah, blah. The rest of it, it's all you guys. You guys can tell me about it later. Anyway, have a good night, sleaze, and have a good night. Everybody out there in the chat, peace out.
Peace out.